Hey everyone, it's Cecilia. Today I am going to do a reading on the Fotis and their trip to the Middle East. I I just have this feeling. I need to pull this closer. I just have this feeling that we're not getting the whole story of what's going on there. I mean, I know it's a big bribe fest and a grift over there right now, but what I don't know is what was really the purpose of going over there. I mean, seriously. I mean, are you going there to discuss trade deals? Yeah. From everything that I've seen and read and watched, it's no different than what happened with Kim Jong Un and with Putin and that. It's all a big old love fest, and we all know he's greedy. He is so greedy, and he and I know that he is there to see what he could grift and what he could get. I mean, that's obvious. I mean, come on, it's obvious. But I think there's something more, and I have a feeling that there's two thoughts that came to my mind. One of them is that he's got some sort of plans for uh, Gaza and the Palestinians as well as the Israelis. I know right now he is mad at Netanyahu for something right now. I don't know all the details in it. I haven't paid as much attention. Um, I've been actually very busy. But the other thing is that I have a feeling he's trying to maybe secure himself a place to go to should all everything go downhill from here, because I've done a lot of readings that I've not posted because I read every day and I don't always post them. I don't always record them just because I like to read. I like to read cards, and then I like to see how accurate I am later on. And but I I think that everything is going to go downhill. He's going to get in a lot of trouble, and I think he's trying to find some place to permanently stay, to leave, and go to. Um, so that's what I've got those feelings. There's something more. Exactly what it is, I'm not exactly sure. So we're going to go and we're going to find out. And I am using my Rider Waite, classic Rider Waite cards. And I'm not going to show the layout. Um, ooh, I was having trouble. I was having trouble with trying to get what do you call it, the screen to get at the right angle. And I said, I'm just not going to play around with that because I didn't want to get frustrated. Because there's nothing worse than trying to do a reading and being frustrated. So here we go. So tell us, what is the true purpose? Hi, Oscar. This is Oscar. Oh, no, don't show your butt. This is Oscar. Oscar is my old man that I rescued from, and he likes laying on the stones and on the cards. You can look in the camera. Hey, look in the camera. Show them your beautiful eyes. Here, look at so handsome. He's my big boy. So we're gonna have to do cards a little. Oh no, Oscar, you're on my spot. I don't want to start all over again. So I have 6 cats. All of them. Do I get them all? Yeah. Excuse me. I have 6 cats. All of them are rescues, and he is my oldest, and um, he was my neighbor's cat. Well, it wasn't really his neighbor's. This cat made himself at home, walking in her doggy door. She never named him or anything else. She was moving away. She goes, "Hey, you want to take a cat? Because I'm just going to leave him out. He's not my cat. I've just allowed him to come and go as a free spirit, and I fed him, and I took him in. Once you're in my house, I've got this rule: you don't leave. You know, you're mine, and you're mine till death do us part. You know, that's just how it is. I'm going to love you and take care of you." So, well, hi, Ash. Ash is trying to come up here too. So we might have two kitties up here. And I don't know how I'm going to read. You guys, hey, that's my soda. No, get your nose out of there. I want you drinking my soda. Okay, so we're going to do a reading. Let's do the best I can do here. Okay, so this is the Nine of Wands. Okay, now Wands, and it's in reverse, is about movement and energy and action. Wands are action cards. You can see that he's still holding on there. He is holding on, but in the upside, he's holding on. He's holding down the fort. In this case, it's about inner resources, struggle, overwhelmed, on edge, defensive, paranoia, exhaustion, Louise, fatigue, and lack of motivation. Okay. And that's my signifier. Okay. And this is Trump. This signifier is usually the person. I don't know where I'm going to put my cards to lay them down, seeing how cats are all all up in here. Okay, come on, you guys. So this is my signifier, and Trump is the felon is the signifier. He is holding on to the fort there, but he is tired. He's worn out. He is overwhelmed, on edge, paranoia. Really explains where he is at this mindset. Okay, so that is the signifier. The card that is the challenge is the Page of Swords. Okay, upright. Pages are messengers. Okay, they are messengers, and swords is about communication and decision making and intellect. Okay, and this is the signifier. I mean the challenge. The challenge that Trump has, the felon. So it is new ideas, curiosity, thirst for knowledge, new ways of communicating, restless and mental energy. This is his challenge. Okay, his challenge basically is, I would say that he is he has no thirst for knowledge. He's got thirst for other things, but it's not for knowledge, and it is, he's not looking for new ways to communicate. It's about the same old, same old. So for him, he is this is his challenge for that. The conscious thoughts in his is, you see that he is standing here. He is regretting. This is the Five of Cups. Cups are about emotions and your sense of self and instincts and relationships. You can see that he's looking down at what he lost, but what's behind him is two more cups, and he's not even paying attention to what he still has, just to what he has lost. And this is in his subconscious. So this is regret, fatigue. Failure, disappointment, pessimism, loss, and grief. So this is in his subconscious. This is what he's thinking subconsciously. Okay. And in his conscious thoughts. In his subconscious is about living in the past. Okay. This is also a Cups card. This also has to do with emotions and relationship and sense of self. This is the Six, and sixes are coming together as a collective. but it's in reverse. And in reverse, it stands for living in the past, forgiveness, lack of playfulness, moving forward, um, leaving home, and independence. Now, remember when I said, uh, I'm sorry, I'm so thirsty. Um, Usually I don't drink soda at this hour. Actually, I hardly ever drink soda, but I just felt like having an RC, which is Royal Crown here. I grew up with that. It's actually my favorite. But anyway, remember when I said that I was thinking about him, leaving, getting in trouble and leaving? I have a feeling this is in his subconscious that if he has to leave, I mean, he's going to be, he'll be maybe leaving home and thinking about the past, but going ahead and leaving home. Okay, is kind of what I think part of the trip is there for. Okay, because I couldn't understand about this plane thing. Okay, say I mean, he's in some big trouble. My cards, I don't always share my cards, and I do readings every day, but I'm not always. He Say he gets that plane, he still can't ride it. For them to gut it and take it apart, first of all, to check for anything nefarious that's on it, but to also make it adaptable so it can be used as a presidential Air Force One, you have to, it's going to take years. It's a years thing to retrofit it to make it safe. So he won't even get to ride in it. So even though it's illegal for him to even have, but say he was able to get it, he's still not going to have it. But if he leaves the United States because he gets in trouble, he might have that plane to replace the Epstein plane that he was driving around in before he was president because he had to borrow that. Oh, you moved. Oh crap. Okay. No. Oh, there it is. Okay, so let me move these cards now that Kitty has moved. Jeez Louise. I don't know what I'm going to do with you guys, huh? Still, I can't. I need you. Can you scoot over gently? A little bit more. Thank you. I'm sorry. Okay, the past. The King of Swords. Okay. Remember, King of Swords. I told you that the swords were about intellect, communication, and decision making, but it's in reverse, which means quiet power, inner truth. I'm sorry, I need new glasses. Um, Weakness, loss of emotional control, manipulation, release of, and misuse of power. Okay, this is the past. Huh. I think, I think he's trying to make plans. He's trying to make plans to possibly leaving. Remember the card before that, the subconscious thought about leaving, moving. I mean, going away. Because he's manipulated his misuse of power. Loss of emotional control. The past, what he's done in the past. Still think he is. It's not just in the past, but his past doesn't tell me how long it passed. It could be yesterday, a month ago, a year ago, 10 years ago, 50 years ago. But we know in the near past he has misused his power. And remember, he's got unconscious thoughts, some regrets in that. He has some regrets, disappointment, pessimism. loss and grief. I think he's finding out that he's in a lot of trouble. Okay. And the short term future, the Queen of Cups. All right. Okay, this is upwards, Queen of Cups. We don't know what's in that cup. She could have anything in that cup. But for her, she is about compassion, comfort, calm, nurturing, healing, emotionally stable, intuitive, and caring. Short-term future. Doesn't quite fit in, but it somehow, we'll know when we look at the other cards. His self-perception. This is the self-perception. Okay. It's Two of Cups. Oh, there's a lot of cups. Cups are about, as I said before, about emotions, relationships, and sense of self. Okay. And this is in upright, it's about unified love, partnership, mutual attraction, purpose, marriage, and a connection. So he is perceiving himself I'm not thinking that this is necessarily, it's not like lovers. It could be, it's how he sees himself. So he is presenting himself a certain way to the people in the Mideast, forming some partnerships, connection. Yeah. He thinks of himself as this big deal maker. That's what he thinks of himself. His self-perception as a deal maker. These are the external factors. These are all the things outside of him that is affecting what's going on now. Ten of Swords. Tens are ending cards, completions. And remember I said the Swords was about decision making, communication, things like that. This is not good. It's not a good card. Let's put it that way. It's an ending card. And it's about painful endings, deep wounds, betrayal, loss, failure, collapse, and defeat. The external factors of this reading. Think about all the things that he's done. Each knife, or each sword, can represent a different aspect of the ways that he has, they could represent the lawyers that are coming after him for breaking the Constitution, not following the Constitution. The House members that are angry about the, that are angry about the plane and the grift. It could be, all those little things, each one, and there's so many. Sending people to concentration camps, so to speak. Each one of these represents a new thing. Okay, so these are the external factors. The external factors that are playing into what is going on with him over there. So that kind of tells me, because I said, he was in big trouble. And I had two thought processes. One process was that something was going to happen with Gaza and the Palestinians and Israel, and that might still be the case. But these cards so far are coming out with something more personal. It's more personal. Like, I need a place to go and hide to get away from what's going on. Because remember, he's mad at Netanyahu and he's mad at Putin right now. So those were his best buds. So he's got to make new best buds. Kim Jong-un, he's not mentioning anything about Kim Jong-un and their love letters and everything else. So something happened there. I know that there was a loan made and things like that. So I don't know if that has something to do with it. Who knows? Okay, so in his hopes and fears, or our hope and fears. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Pentacles are about morals. Queen of Pentacles, they're about morals, Pentacles, and finances, but also well-being. Okay, so the hopes and fears. I don't know if it's his hopes and fears. No, it's his, because he's it's about finances, providing financially. Okay, he's, usually it'd be nurturing practically, a working parent in that, but I'm getting that it's more of his finances, his hopes and fears. He's hoping to, probably he knows he's getting old, and he probably knows he's sick, because he's sick. The cards kept telling me he is really sick. We don't even know how sick he is. So I'm thinking he's trying to get all the money he can to set his children up, his hopes and fears, to set his children up for the future. Like the Bitcoin thing that he's going on, these coins, these Trumps or whatever they're called, Strump, I think it is the Strump coin. Hey, get your hand out of my soda. I was hearing the ice clink, and I was like, wait a minute, should have paw in there. No, this is not for you. So anyway, I shouldn't even be having it, let alone you. So I think what he wants to do is he wants to, set something up for his children, because he wants to put it in a hotel. I think it was in Dubai. And there's all these other things that he's working on while he's there. So it might be setting up his hopes and fears, setting up for his children. I don't know if he thinks that they can't do it on their own or what the deal is. And the final outcome. It's the Two of Wands. Remember, I said wands were action. Okay, creative energy in that. Twos are partnerships or choices. This is Trump. He's got the world in his hand. He's trying to make a decision. Here. He's in trouble. He's trying to figure out, okay, where can I go? So this is about planning, progress, making decisions, discovery, leaving home, and travel plans. So I think he is there mostly it's for the grift. How much money can he get? He knows he's going to be in trouble. Needs to find a place to go. Let's see what's at the base of the deck. At the base of the deck, multiple priorities, time management, adaptability, balancing decisions. He's got decisions to make. This is the Two of Pentacles. Remember, this is morals and money, and he is not on stable footing here. There's this making of decisions, just like here, the two. I got decisions to make. Where am I going to go? Same thing. Okay, it might be that they don't want him there. I mean, after all, he's a big pain in the ass. Um, they might not want him there at all. Temperance in reverse. Okay, temperance in reverse is about what's in my eyeball? Imbalance, um, excess, extremes, overindulgence, alcoholism, addiction, self healing, and realignment. For him, I mean, he's got these decisions to make. He's a person that overindulges, and we all know that. I mean, gold toilets to take a poop in. Come on, really? I mean, come on. you know, um, excess. Everything's excess and extreme. But the thing is, once you start buying Trump, it never ends. The grift never ends. He's constantly, think of all the times that people gave to him, and he still kept sending them letters. You buy this, buy that, give me this, give me that, give me money, money, money. It's a never ending thing for him. So while he's thinking decisions, I'm wondering, if they are thinking, maybe this is them saying, hey, we got to decide here. We got to balance this out because do we really want him here? The grifting never ends. Okay. The Eight of Pentacles says, uh, this doesn't match. This doesn't match at all. So, yeah, this is what I think it is coming down to. He knows he's in trouble. He went over there to make as much money as he could because things aren't going as well here as he thought they were going to be. He's got this regret and disappointment, and he's got some issues here that he's feeling. So, and he knows he's going to be in trouble. He knows his health isn't good. He knows he's in trouble. He's been breaking all kinds of laws. And then, so he decides, that, hey, maybe sooner or later I'm going to need to get out of here quick. I'm going to have to, get out of here quick and take this plane. I can just go ahead and get out. Or maybe he won't even come home. Wouldn't that be something? But I don't think that will happen. But he's gonna, he was gonna leave home to, he's gonna find. He left home. He went and he's trying to check it out. He's trying to make all the money that he can, and because he wants to be a provider for his children. He wants to make sure that his family has what they need, and so right now he is trying to form partnerships in that with the leaders that are over in the Middle East. This isn't good. While he's away, everything's just coming down. While he was gone, I think officially the impeachment paperwork has been submitted, and all these things are going to court. Now you got people that are MAGA that are really angry that he's going to be taking this plane, especially from Hamas, people that support Hamas. So they're really mad at that. And, down here is, this is the financial working. I'm sorry. This one was about, what's wrong with my left eye? I keep seeing dots in front of it. Emotionally stable, intuitive, and caring. I don't know who is doing that for him, but anyway, I actually think yes. I think that he is planning on. If I had something bit me in the ankle, that I think that yes, he is planning on leaving, and wants to leave, trying to find a way that he can leave so he isn't prosecuted. He is old, and he doesn't want to be arrested. He's broken a lot. He's done a lot of stuff that could get him impeached and indicted. He's not to mention that when he's no longer president, he has some things he still has to answer for that has never gone to court, and he still needs to do those. Not to mention the 34 felony counts that he has. So, yeah, always said that I never even thought that he would make it to inauguration day. And I don't see him actually even, I don't even see him making it for whatever reason. I don't even know why, through his whole term. Because I didn't see him even making it to inauguration day. So, but who knows? As I said, energy changes and shifts, and I had many cars and many readings that I did on my own that I didn't share. That I was like, well, he's really sick. He's sicker than we thought. And the fact that he keeps going, it's like something, maybe somebody's giving him something experimental or something. Who knows? But anyway, you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you again.